Sanusi fight all the way up, all the way to the union level.
If we don't get it,
My fellow Huntingtonians, please vote wisely on December 4. The shop steward is not something you're going to come in and start learning on it. You got to be ready day one when you become a shop steward. Sanusi fight all the way up, all the way to the union level. But he's going to try to use his intelligence, quote unquote, to set confusion and no union law.
Fairfax Connector operators, get ready for an insightful session as Sanusi sits down for an exclusive interview. He's here to address your questions, discuss your concerns, and provide the answers you've been looking for. Tune in for a must-watch conversation that promises to be both informative and engaging. Don't miss this opportunity to get the real scoop on the issues that matter to you.
Emmanuel A., bus operator here at Huntington Division, Fairfax Connector. We're here to set the record straight with truth, facts, and history, because we invite you to run for Executive Board Shop Steward. But if you're running unfairly, you have to be disqualified. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our current day Shop Steward, Executive Board member, Mr. Abdul Sanusi. Sanusi Abdul.
My name is Abdul Sanusi. Most of you guys know me as Sanusi. Most people call me Sanusi. And you guys already know I've been the shop steward here at Huntington Garage for 9 safe years. I came to Huntington Division in 2002. I believe I'm going 23 years now, at the same location. I started driving bus at ART in 2013, all the way till 2015, where I rose to the ranks of operation manager from 2015 all the way to 2018-19. And before I came into the union business around that time and worked my way through the ranks. But prior to that, I already worked with the late Jesse Briscoe, who is one of my major mentors, who introduced the unionship to me. I listened to him, follow him, learn some stuff, and work my way through the ranks till I became a shop steward here at Huntington Division, and now the executive board with the current union that we have here, ATU.
Okay, Sanusi, what is your greatest strength? How does it help you as a representative of the union be more productive as a shop steward here at Huntington Division?
Yeah, well, Mr. Lay, to answer that question you just asked me, everybody at Huntington Division know my experience, my years of service here. And like you hear all these rumors going around that Mr. Sanusi has done a great job for 9 years, and all this stuff, but he's been there too long. That should tell you the strength I have with the experience I got. The 9 years of experience as protecting all my Huntingtonians family over here. Name how many people lost their job that didn't come back, you understand? Name how the fight I put up with the company, Transdev, which is a very difficult company to fight against, you understand? You must have got some good experience, you understand? If you want to stand toe-to-toe with Transdev, you understand? I did that for 9 years. My record could speak for itself. And I'm ready to, give you guys my service again for another 3 years, you understand? Because I know I'm the better candidate among the 3 choices that are running for this position right now. With my experience, my record, 23 years of service, driving this bus over here, 3 years of operations management, 9 years as a shop steward, man, nobody can beat that record. Exactly. So that's why I feel I'm qualified, I'm more qualified than the other 2 candidates.
So Sanusi, how critical is it to have a strong shop steward with a company like Transdev?
Lay, we all know this. I believe you, with your experience in transportation, and your service here for what, I think about 7 or 8 years now, we can tell that Transdev is the one company that you cannot have a weak shop steward representing members, say 250 members at this Huntington division. Imagine if you have a weaker shop steward against Transdev. I think that would be a disastrous affair for the Huntingtonians at Huntington Division, you understand? The only person who can be a representative at Huntington Division, he got to be a stronger shop steward, can step on his toes when the company want to do anything, can counter-react the company at any given time, whether it is daytime, midnight, late in the night, a shop steward who's going to be there to answer to any questions and everything like that. And once the operators are bringing concerns to them, he goes in there the following morning, address it head and head with the company. You understand? Like, for example, I'll give you an example. Here they're talking about holiday paddles, which I was not familiar with, you understand? Brother George Martin brought that to my attention. Mr. Dan Davis brought that to my attention. I went into the operation manager's room, Mr. Bob, you know. I addressed the issue right with Bob. Guess what Bob did? The issue was fixed. What he's saying now, you can do your piece that you're doing in the morning. The other piece that you don't do, which is the 401, if you don't do 401 that time, we're going to give it to the extra board. That is the type of shop steward you want. That is the type of shop steward who can go toe-to-toe with the company, not somebody who's going to go in there, fall asleep, like I always say, doesn't concentrate. You're going to be leading yourself into the death chamber, and we don't want that to happen at Huntington Division.
How important is it for you as a shop steward to be transparent with the members? That's trust.
Trust is something that I believe Huntingtonians have in me, you understand? Now, I got a few of people, let me tell you something. I've been on the job for so long, I've learned different characters of operators. I can tell you, Mr. Lay, at Huntington Division, I know each and every operator's character. I know their name, their personality. I interact with them every day and everything like that. You get certain people that doesn't want you to tell them the truth, and you get certain people who want you to lie to them before they believe that you're telling the truth. I'm not part of that. I'm going to tell you the truth as it is, in black and white. Like me or don't like me, you're going to hear the truth from me. And that is the bottom line. I will not go and tell people lies or anything like that. You understand? If I tell you the truth, you don't want to vote for me, please keep your vote. Vote for the other person who you think is telling you the truth. But I will always stand by the truth, regardless of the outcome of the situation, bad or worse or anything. I'll tell you what it is.
So Sanusi, can you expound on the 401k program and how you negotiated that for the members?
Exactly, Mr. Lay. That's a good question. And I want to give you praise for being on the table with us, because you were there when we negotiated this 401k. You also remember, Mr. Lay, because you were on the table where we were about to lose the longevity bonus and the incentive bonus just to get that mandatory 401k. You were there, you understand. You know what happened on the table. You know how myself and Rashid stood firm against Transdev. You understand? Even some members of I don't want to dig into it too much, on our side were saying, give it up so you can get the mandatory. But what happened, Mr. Lay? We got the 401k mandatory, we keep the longevity bonus, we kept the incentive bonus. How strong can I be? It speaks for itself. Actions speak louder than words. That is a strong action which can tell you, yes, if we stand together, we'll fight the company, we can achieve anything we want to achieve. We achieve it without losing the incentive bonus, the longevity bonus, and we still got the mandatory 401k.
Okay, Sanusi, the union president, he mentioned twice that the possibility of the county bringing us in as county employees so we can reap the benefits of their defined retirement, which will be great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to something like that. Can you expound on that to the members a little more?
Yeah, you 100% correct about that, Mr. Lay. That's why when we went on this last strike, you understand, the county, I would say, the county was on our side, you understand, because previous strikes, when we go on previous strikes, most of the time, the company that is in existence from MV till Transdev, they will run a modified schedule, you understand, because you still have not 100% of people who will be out on the picket line, you understand. Some drivers will cross the picket line, we see that all the time. But this particular time, you understand, few drivers crossed the picket line, but the county stood firm and said, no bus will leave the garage till everybody come back to work, you understand. So that is a plus for us, and that will tell you that the county is thinking about it right now. And also, it would also tell you that, you understand, our president that we got, Jackson, is having conversation with the county, where the county is making promises is that They prefer to take us in-house because the privatization is costing them a lot of money. Just imagine this contract they got now, it was a $651 million, you understand. I think the county can run us with 300 and something, and we can still get the county benefit and all this stuff, you understand. So it will be cheaper for the county to think wise, to bring us all in-house so we can have the county benefit, the pension and all that stuff, and it'll be less cheaper than contracting it to private company where they're paying all these millions of dollars. So I think that is a great question, and I'm asking my fellow Huntingtonians to stick with the current path that we're going right now. This is just the first contract with this current union. It is great, and it's going to be even better with the next contract.
So, Sanusi, touch on this progressive action that the company is taking against imposing on the operators. They got the operators nervous on hitting the brake, making a California roll on stop signs and red lights and all, and falling asleep due to fatigue because we don't have meal breaks in the runs. Can you expound on that for the members for me, please?
Yeah, I've been having all these questions coming around because, we got different WhatsApp group right now at Huntington Division, and most of the conversation that is going on at the other group, is coming back to me, you understand? Even on my way driving down here to do this interview, I got an operator who called me and said, you must have to address this sleeping issue that they're talking about in the other WhatsApp. I want to ask my fellow Huntingtonians, show me one particular operator who has been terminated for falling asleep. I need just one example. And that is not to say we don't have people who fall asleep, you understand? The company cannot fire you for falling asleep, you understand? I have an operator who fell asleep and missed 4 trips before back call the operator and wake the operator up, you understand? This is the thing, if you fall in this type of scenario or something like that, the company cannot terminate you, because if the company terminates you, it's wrongful termination. You can turn around and sue the company. The first thing they got to do is send you to a physical doctor, Concentra, Saratoga, and check to see why you were fatigued or if you do have a sleep apnea. You understand? A sleep apnea is a disease that makes people fall asleep or stuff like that. So what will be done is they might even put you out of service for 1 or 2 days to do your sleep studies while you're taking treatment. And once you recover from that treatment, you're cleared that you no longer have the sleep apnea, then you should be able to return back to your same position and continue your job. If you do have sick leave, what I do is I go in there for those 2 weeks you're out, I make sure they pay you, so you don't miss anything. Except if you don't have any sleep leave, then the union, as my job as a shop steward, go in there, I protect your job till you get cleared by a physician that is qualified to say you're good, you don't have any sleep apnea, then you come back to work. So I've never seen anybody at Huntington that has ever been fired or terminated for falling asleep on the job. So, and to touch base on that, this is coming from what they call a Transdev handbook. I made it clear before, I said, we do not have a handbook, Transdev handbook here at Huntington. Huntington, Handon, or Westox, we do not have a Transdev handbook. The handbook was presented, it's a very rigorous handbook, where even if you sneeze, you'll be terminated. You fart, excuse my French, you'll be terminated. We told Transdev we're not going to accept this handbook here. So that's why they brought a paper that everybody signed when they came on board, which is called the Code of Conduct, which is less rigorous and we can live with and protect our job with.
Okay, Sanusi, now we'll move off of some of this a little bit, because I want to address this audio that we received some weeks back about a candidate that's running against you, who stated that he is the strongest man for the position, and when we was 1764, his tenure was for, as you thought it was 30 days, but he admittedly said that it was 15, and he accomplished all these things as this union president, that he had the best contract, he brought in his 401k, and then he went and rendered his services to another bus entity and negotiated their contract all in 15 days. Now, I sat on a negotiation table with you. To negotiate one contract is a battle in itself. And this man saying that he negotiated 2 contracts in 15 days. Can you expound on that for me, please, for the members, to give them understanding?
Yeah, let me talk about that, Mr. Lay. Listen, it's easy to blow a trumpet. You understand? This is what I call you blowing a trumpet, but you don't have a band members with you, you understand? There's no proof of that, you understand? The time that man was a shop steward, look, my oldest son is 19 years old now. Let me tell you what happened. My oldest son is 19 years old. The time we voted, myself and other members, we voted for Maxwell, Mr. Maxwell Moiwa, to become a shop steward, and then later he became president. My kids were like 3 years, 4 years old. You understand? This is a long time. Nobody can recollect that. But let's go back to the last election, where I became the winner of that election. Listen to what he said before. What he said was, he never said he helped negotiate any contract at Huntington. Never. That has never happened. He never negotiated any contract at Huntington. Briscoe is the one who negotiated. I was at the table those times, you understand, with Viola, you understand. And then something happened where money got missing with the union funds and everything. Fingers were pointing at Mr. Moiwa himself, you understand? Go ask Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor will tell you that. Fingers were pointing at Mr. Moiwa that he took that money. And that was the argument that came in at that time, you understand, that caused him to resign, you understand? They can correct me on this. Fingers were pointing on I don't want to call the other gentleman's name, my mentor, I would just say my mentor. May his soul rest in peace. Somebody I admire, I respect him greatly. May his soul rest in peace wherever he is. He showed me this job, teach me this job and everything. Fingers were pointing where there was a missing. With the union lawyer too, Mr. Charles. You understand? This was the commotion. That is why he couldn't take the pressure and he resigned woefully. You understand? And the time we're talking about PRTC contract, he did not negotiate. PRTC contract was negotiated before he even became president, within that 30 days or 90 days, you understand? What was it? We voted for him, he was the president at that time. Maybe he signed off on it. I'm not 100% sure, but he might contradict me and bring the contract, PRTC contract at that time, see if he signed on it or not. But it was during that window of time when he resigned that Prince Williams wrapped their contract, you understand? He did not negotiate the contract. Charles negotiated. Mr. Fala Maxwell Moiwa has never done anything for Huntington except being a shop steward for less than 30 days or something and resign. That's it. But he needs to prove me wrong. Can I say something on this contract and everything? Look at the flyers. Look at my two opponents' flyers. Oh, yeah. Both of them have similar characteristics and claiming victory on those same similar stuff. So who is telling the truth? Is Miss Tanya Bell telling the truth that she was the one negotiating contract at Huntington, or is Mr. Malloy saying he was negotiating contract? It's kind of contradicting with both of their flyers saying the same thing. I did this at this time, I did this at this time. And those two people were our leaders at that moment. But so I don't know who is telling the truth or who is not telling the truth. Talking about Mr. Fala Maxwell Moiwa, this is the person Huntingtonians want to represent you guys. My fellow Huntingtonians, go look at his flyer. The man could not even check and say the spelling of shop steward. He said stop steward. S-T-O-P instead of S-H-O-P. You understand? But this is the guy who goes around and call other people that or claim he's smarter than everybody. Please, Mr. Fala Maxwell, I'm advising you, check your flyer because that doesn't show well, with the members and everything like that. People are passing by your cars and everything, making provocation or mocking you and anything. I think before you post a flyer, you should double check it. You understand? Because I claim to say you the most educated person we have at the division, as you claim to be. And that will rest that case over there.
A follower, a supporter of you was approached by upper management, and he stated that he noticed a big change in some of the supporters that you had last fight, that they're now trying to have you removed. He admittedly admitted that will be great for us, because you have caused them much trouble. Now, can you explain to me the magnitude of management to say that about your character, to have how beneficial it would be to have you removed and have a weaker candidate to replace you?
Well, that's a nice question to say, Mr. Label. That will tell you that management is scared of me. I'll tell you another thing also. I've just been offered a job with management recently because of my approach of handling the union day-to-day affairs and everything. I went into Cody's office the other day, and there's an operator who wanted to know about the benefit, the current enrollment that just passed yesterday. And I was explaining to the operator, he looked at me and said, Mr. Sanusi, you could be a HR over here. And my joke was, I don't think Trasdale can afford me, you understand? But this is the kind of thing I'm telling you, because they know my history and my record and everything. I've been on both sides of the fence, mostly on the union side, 3 years on the management level side and everything like that. So they know, they are aware of my experience, you understand? I'm talking to the Huntingtonian people. We are doing better with now where we are, with this, even this current contract, than going backward. These people been here for long. Mr. Niabel been here for long. Mr. Fala Maxwell been here for 27 years. Maybe Mr. Niabel similar years, you understand? They're blowing all this trumpet. We're going to give you this, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you this. If these people should have put stuff in place, you understand, before I even get here, I'm 23 years. They are 4 years ahead of me or anything. If they should have done what I've already done in 9 years, Mr. Lay, by now, retirement or no retirement, I should be having like $1 million in my 401k. And I think that should have taken me a long way when I retire. Because this is now we're going close with my fight I brought to the garage, we got mandatory retirement. Look at the pay scale, Mr. Lay. When you were on the table, when we went to negotiate that table, we asked for 21% raise or something like that. We end up with 19 point something. The reason why it came down a little bit, 1 point something, because we were trying to put money to start that mandatory. If these guys will have the vision that I have right now for these Huntingtonian drivers, believe you me, retirement, pension or not, even if it was that mandatory 401k, 23 years of service, I should be having $1 million in my account. Consider now that where we have that 66%, they match 4%, dollar for dollar, 100%, the 2%, they match you 50%. I just created this 401k. I can tell you, I got, in less than 3 or 4 years, I got significant amount of money there. Imagine if I should have started, or the company was giving me that money as soon as I walk into this door. I don't have to contribute to it. We've made achievement. Let's look at the pay scale. Come this December 1st, everybody at Huntington Garage going to get a raise. We, the top guys who've been here more than 6 years, we go to $40.25, I believe. I don't have the scale in front of me. But I have all the contract, and this can tell you how many contracts I have negotiated on sit-on for the past 9 years. 4 contracts. 4 contracts. None of them have done that. So who is going to be the better candidate? We're not going to go to this election to vote because certain people are mad at Sanusi. Sanusi speak like this, and that, and I'm going to go convince some people over here to vote on the other way. That is up to you guys. If management is telling you guys, we fear Sanusi, if you guys re-elect me again, do you know what? That means you guys are empowering me. Double power. So this power you guys are seeing is just one power. But if I'm re-elected, it's double power. Imagine how I'm going to go toe-to-toe and fight for management. That manager will say, these people trust this guy, and we should be scared. They're sending a message, he's going back against us twice. So that will answer the question like that.
Okay, Sanusi, expound a little more on this 16.5 in the contract that the company did agreed on, and they're imposing these disciplinary actions on the operators when they exercise that 16.5 in the contract. Even myself, they asked me to write an incident report on why I exercised what y'all had agreed on.
Right.
You know, and it was it was your run who I was doing because I'm extra board, and that's a heavy run. It's 11 hours or so.
Right.
And I exercised, you know, that in the contract, and they got upset.
Right.
You know, put the members' mind at ease about this 16.5, for they won't have no fear of taking it, especially when they're doing a run like yours, which is heavy, and they got many like that. You know, expound on that a little more for me.
That's a good, another good questions. These are questions and concerns that are circulating around the division and everything like that. Let me say this, you understand? We've been here for so many years, 22, 23 others people, you understand. We know how tight these runs are and everything like that. I'm thinking it was a win on our side during the negotiation for the company to let us put in 16.5, you understand? Because we keep going to them, fix this route, fix this route, fix this route. Nothing has been done. Sometimes it can take 10 years before a route they can even fix a route, you understand? So it was very creative on the union side, to put 16.5. Say, okay, whenever the operator feel tired or want to take a reasonable break, they will just radio back and say, back, I'm taking a reasonable break. You understand? You pull over, pull the bus, pull it safely, put it neutral, park the bus, choke, whatever, go in your bag, take your lunch, eat your reasonable break, secure everything, put your lunch away, and continue your route. Don't worry about if the route is running late or not, you understand? Our health and safety come first, you understand? We're still working with them again to do stuff. Nobody has been disciplined for taking a reasonable break. Mr. Lee, I know you said they asked you to write a reasonable report, but what happened to it? Nothing. It's going in the trash. You understand? Because they cannot go against the contract. Everybody who's been taking the reasonable break, if they ask you to write incident report, just write the incident report. It's going in the trash. They cannot discipline you for that. You understand? And when you want to take a safety break, that means you've been behind the wheel too long.
Exactly.
You need to stretch your legs, stretch your arms and everything. Just press and say, I'm taking a safety break. You understand? Go outside the bus, break, stretch your leg. I mean, we don't want this company to treat us as slaves. You understand? You understand? They're here making their money, taking their millions of dollars profit to France. At the end of the day, your health comes first. You understand? We don't want you to drive a bus for 20, 30 years. When you're about to retire, you have a cane, you're in the nursing home, that thing already kill your body and everything like that. We need you to retire in dignity. You understand? With the mandatory 401k, whatever amount you have there, you can enjoy it a little bit, but not to retire and use that 401k money to go take care of your broken bones and back pain and all that stuff, and all that money goes down the drain. You understand? That is why we incorporated 16.5. The company cannot go against it. Now, the caveat to that, you understand? I believe the next contract, they will want to fight us about that, but it's been in the contract now, it's sealed and settled. Then done deal. They will never be able to take it out of the contract.
Exactly.
Now what they're going to do is, all they got to do, because they're saying, and let me mention this also, this 16.5 is costing the company $100,000 a month. We just went to a meeting at West Oaks. It's costing them $100,000 because of the mystery. So when they bring it, I don't care, fix the runs.
Fix the runs.
Fix the runs. We're tired of this. So $100,000 a month in a year, what is it? But believe you me, Transdev can afford it. With the big money they got, that 651 or whatever, they can afford it. So it's like that. But and then the same thing also, once they charge the company $100 a month, Transdev got to go to explain to the company, say your run is started. So they do give them money back. You understand? So I don't think 16.5 is going to make anybody lose their job or anything. Use it reasonably, wisely. Do not abuse the system.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sanusi, speak to me on a big issue that a lot of the operators having about the vacation rollover from 2021 and longevity bonus, you know.
Let me speak about this 2021 rollover vacation, you understand? I know there's some disgruntled operators, you understand? But at the same time, you got operators who don't understand how union work, the system, how union work. The person that they're going to blame is Sanusi, who's at the shop here, because that's the first contact of the union, you understand? You understand? The rest of the other people, the lawyers, the president, financial secretary, they're all in the office at the union hall in Maryland, you understand? I'm the main contact here at Huntington. But one thing I don't want, you understand? I don't want anybody to disrespect me. If you say you want to disrespect me, then we got a problem, you understand? And if I'm trying to explain to you, you try to call me a liar, even though I'm telling you the truth on the other WhatsApp, then I got a problem with you. Then I don't even actually need your vote. Then I don't have to kiss you or kiss your ass or anything. Excuse my French, you understand? I'm not going to do that because I always stand by the truth. Here you go. I hope I'm going to cover the names of the settlement. This is the settlement for the 2021 rollover vacation, you understand? The only reason why it was causing a lot of delay, you understand, my position was I do not want certain people to get the settlement and other people lose the settlement. With me, when I want to fight, I'm fighting for everybody. But you get selfish people. I'll call them selfish because why they're in that group, all they're concerned about is them, their own stuff, my own vacation, my own vacation. What about the other people? You understand? A union is togetherness. That's why it's called union. Go recite the word. What is the meaning of union? It's togetherness, group togetherness, not separation or division. So if you think like because your vacation or rollover is a personal issue you got with Sanusi, then so be it. You understand? But when I'm fighting, I'm not fighting for you alone or one certain group. I'm fighting for everybody. We already got the settlement. I'm not going to show the name. That's the settlement here. What I asked the union to do, you understand? Most of the people are going to get paid right now, about 9, 10 people. But I have like other people, 40, 30 other people, you understand? So some people are saying, take these people that they want to pay right now, take those vacation hours now, let us get it, then go fight for the rest of the people. Doesn't make sense. The company is not stupid, because what the company does, you understand, they're going to put a language in the settlement, say, once we pay these people, is final, settled, and done. You cannot come back and fight for the other people then. That is where the rope was hanging on my neck. You know, that's why it took these 2 years. But now we already got the settlement, you understand, and I'm telling the president, if they pay these people here, 10 or 12, 15 people, we have to get a language in there which says, within 30 days, any other person that is affected, they should bring the proof forward, and if they can prove it, they will get the vacation. The company don't want to go on that route. We're standing in the middle now. So I gave few names yesterday, Friday, we had a board meeting for them to go check and see if those people are qualified. I'll call, well, let me don't call it those people name. I won't call the people, but there's 2 other important people who are on my neck for this vacation. So I gave those names for them to go research it and see if their name will be added to this settlement, you understand? So the lawyers told me by Wednesday, they will give me a word. But the settlement is almost here. But one thing we got to remember, don't fight for few people, fight for everybody. That is what I stand for, and that's the way I'm going to stand forever. Vote me in or vote me out, it don't matter to me. But my record is going to speak, and right now, just like my record is speaking, that Sanusi has done an excellent job for the 9 years. The job performance is not the issue, but it's the longevity that he's been on the position. That is what certain people are complaining about. Oh, he's been there 9 years, but the job is getting done. I'm getting the job done. And then when you look at the other 2 opponents that are running against me, Sanusi and the other 2 opponents, who are you going to pick? Don't pick because somebody is telling you how to vote. Vote your own conscience and vote the right way. And the longevity bonus, don't forget that. The longevity bonus that is supposed to go into the 401k, that was a good question, Mr. Lay, that you asked. The longevity bonus, you have to notify the company at the beginning of the year, you understand? So we got paid the longevity bonus in December. There's a form that the lawyer already created that I'll circulate around, I'll print it and put it in the break room. This December longevity bonus is going to be taxed, and you're going to get that money directly. For those who want to put their money into the 401k, the longevity for 2025, there's a form that is already created now this December that you got to make your intention known. Just like when we're doing rollover vacation, you got to do it in December, you understand? Because that's where we pick it. You write there, I want to roll over 40 hours to 2026 or whatever. Now, this December, you got to, the form will be available where you got to tell them, I need my 401k to roll into my longevity bonus to roll into my 401k. You got to notify them now. So come December 2025, you're giving them 1 year notice. Your 401k will not be taxed and it will go direct into your 401k. But the notice now is too short, because by the time we negotiate that contract, it's 6 months now, you cannot put that notice in. It's just the same language we have with rollover vacation. It said, during the vacation peak in December, you should notify the company that you intend to roll over 40 hours. Is going to be the same language now for the longevity bonus? During the payout in December, you should notify them the next one, I want it straight into my 401k, and that settled the deal.
Okay, Sanusi, I had an operator brought to me my attention several occasions about a certain operator and how he was dismissed. His name was Hey You. Can you tell me a little bit more about this operator, what brought his demise, and who played major role in this man losing his livelihood? And did he have wife and kids? You know, bills, everybody had bills to pay and babies to feed. You know, and he was denied that, you know, when he had opportunity to come back, and he was denied. Can you expound on that for us, please? Oh,
I remember the operator, Mr. Heyu, one of our fellow Ethiopian brother. He's an Ethiopian brother that had issue with Mr. Fala Maxwell Moiwa. I think they were in a relief car, and he was driving couple of speed past the posted speed limit, you understand? And there was a confrontation where Mr. Fala Maxwell Moiwa brought it to management attention and everything like that, and it was a big chaos, you understand? I personally spoke to Mr. Fala Maxwell Moiwa to not to press charges against, or not to write the guy up, you understand? I'll take that back, you know, not to write the guy up so that, you know, let's settle it amicably, you understand? But Mr. Fala Maxwell Moiwa will not let go, you understand? he still pursued the incident with management, and it led to where Mr. Hayu was disciplined, you understand, and you know, even with my intervention to settle the matter, I was not able as a shop steward, you understand. So, but the best thing I was able to do for Mr. Hayu, Mr. Hayu had a family, kids and everything. The best thing I was able to do for Mr. Hayu, I saved his job, but the only thing he was supposed to be transferred to another location, which is Westox. I got a job for him there at Westox, you understand. And but Mr. Hayu was saying he was a little bit, he had somebody that the distance was too long for him and everything, because my intention was go to Westox for a little bit, let this thing cool out for 1 or 2 years, you understand? Then I'll be able to transfer you back to Huntington. But it was somebody, I talked to most of the Ethiopian community to explain this to him, talk to him, but he was a little bit hard-headed guy, so he decided and said he's going to just resign and leave the job. So that's what happened with that situation. But yeah, he lost his job. I think he was here for like 8, 10, 12 years, I don't know, somewhere around there. Yeah, but it was very disappointing, very, very disappointing. Mm-hmm.
So in closing, Sanusi, moving forward, what is your aspiration moving forward for the Fairfax Connector bus operators at Huntington Garage?
Well, my aspiration for not Huntington, which is my own garage that I'm the shop steward, but my aspiration for all Fairfax Connector operators and my dreams is for us to get better sick leave, more sick days, more vacation days, you understand? Make sure we're able to go in as county employees, you understand? That is very, very important. That's another big fight, you know. I'm not going to say this. I know some other people were saying, my opponents are saying different things. But let me tell you what my opponents are telling you, that they can do this. We used to have pension language in the contract for over 20-something years. It never happened, you understand? Because any company that comes here will tell you the union got to start that, you understand? The private company is not going to start it for you. It got to start by the union that's going to be here. And let's say a company comes and leave, who's going to continue with it? It's not a safe area I want us to go, you understand? Union pension or union anything. The best way out, let's go into county employee. That's the safest place we can be, we can grow, we can retire and enjoy the fruit of our labor once we retire from this place, you understand? So I'm in to pushing in. And now that the county is talking about it behind closed door, let's push, my fellow Huntingtonians. Come together, push, fight, and let's go into this county employee benefits. And that is the way we got to go out of here. Otherwise, it's going to be a very difficult situation. We got to push and go in as county employees. That's my dream and my aspiration and my goal for the future. The runs them got to be adjusted, the sick leave, the vacation, you know what I mean? Yeah, pay scale, anytime we go to the table, we're going to negotiate pay scale, because you get what is called COLA. COLA is cost of living, you understand, adjustment. Anytime we go to the table, we're going to adjust that. But that is not what we're here for, you understand? We want to get benefit once we leave this location. We got the 401k mandatory. It's a big fight, big, huge fight. I thank all my fellow Huntingtonians who was out there with me, you understand? A big win. Next year, my fellow Huntingtonians, the people who are coming into this garage, they don't have to put money into the 401k.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, guys. They got it automatically. That's what we fought for. You understand? So we are close, inch and inch close to this pension. All right? It's not a time now where we've got to change leadership. If it's not broken, do not fix it. The leadership is not broken at this moment. And even if it is broken, you want to fix it, get somebody better. But not my two opponents. Come on, man. I just can't argue more than that. You know, I know there's personal issues around in the garage, personal issues. Do not let your personal issue move you backward. We're here to move forward. Keep your personal issue out of union stuff and everything. Vote for the right candidate for the position. That's all I'm saying for the Huntingtonians. And let's move forward. Together we'll fight. Together we'll win.
Okay, Sanusi, what is your power as a shop steward if and when the company violates any article in the contract? Expound on that for us, please.
Yeah. Some folks think like the shop steward has humongous power. Some way we do, some way we don't. But our power as a shop steward is limited. Now, if the company violates any article of the contract, the only power the shop steward has is to file what we call a grievance. And the power level is the first step grievance. I'll file it from 10 days from the incident where they break the infraction, submit it to the company. The company got another 10 days, business days, to respond to my grievance. If they deny whatever I'm fighting for, then I got to file a second step, send it back to them. They will respond on the second step. And to be honest with you, Mr. Lee, that is where the power of the shop steward ends. So once they deny that second step, what I do is I send it to the union hall. I send it to the ABA, which is called the Assistant Business Agent, you understand? For our shop, for connector, private sector, it's Mr. Phil Gaines, John Gaines, you know. Send it to Mr. John Gaines. John Gaines go throughout over the paperwork, send it to the lawyers. And from there it goes to court, which we call the arbitration court. So my level, the power of the shop steward is not that much. It's just first step grievance, second step grievance. And that's it.
You're a paper pusher.
I'm a paper pusher. I just push the paper to the union hall, and that's it. There's a problem going on at this garage. This is what management is doing. This is why this is the way the language is interpreted. They're going contrary to the interpretation. I asked them at the first step to settle. They refuse. I asked them at the second step. They refuse to meet to settle with the union. Now it's above me. It's going to the union lawyer, and they take it to arbitration. That's it. That's the only power of the shop steward.
Okay, Sanusi, another issue that we've been having, that I'm getting a lot of slack with from the operators like me who's on the extra board, is them incorporating holiday pay into your guarantee 40, you know, and they want some actions done against that, against the company.
Right.
What do you propose for this, for the operators on the extra board?
Mr. Lee, that's another excellent question. This is what is happening. The language says all hours work during the week should be calculated towards your 40 hours guarantee. That is the language in the contract. All hours work during the week should be calculated towards your 40 hours guarantee. As you can see, once we just finished signing the contract, you know what I mean? Ms. Naya Banks came down here and the operators were complaining to Naya Banks, you understand? The first thing she did was file a class action lawsuit against the company because the company was interpreting the language wrongly, you understand? That lawsuit is in docket now to go to arbitration, you understand? Now, the holiday, 8 hours holiday, it's not hours work. We all understand that. It's holiday pay. You did not work that. The company is giving you holiday pay, you understand? But to misinterpret the language, the company say that 8 hours holiday is hours work, so they add it to your 40 hours guarantee, which is wrong. Because I got extra board them who work their complete 5 days, and the language says you work your complete 5 days, you should get 40 hours guarantee. On the holiday, the person came and do standby, 3 hours standby, you understand? He worked his other 4 days and everything. That qualified him to get his 40 hours guarantee out of the 8 hours holiday. This is the contradiction is going on, you understand? But I want to tell all my extra board people, you understand? We worked before. Now you don't work no more 6 days. Before you used to work 6 days. They call you whatever, they short, they'll bring you. That is out of the contract. We'll make sure we took care of that. Now if you work your 6 days overtime, you understand? What is going to happen, once we go to arbitration, we win, you understand? They're going to go back and calculate and pull all the extra board operators who used to work that 2 years, 3 years, and see on holiday side, and go give you your guarantee and your aid. So there will be checks that they will call retro. Thank you. That's the word retro. I explained this to everybody. Now people are understanding what I'm saying. They're just like when we signed the contract, you understand? The contract expired, I think it was November. We didn't sign the contract till around what? Come to 10, we'll take the vote around what? June, July, somewhere around there. Right. So what they did, they go back and do retro. Where your pay scale is supposed to fall at that time. How many we got that 3 checks and everything. I'm promising the extra board operator that's what is going to happen to them. Once we finish, we win the case in arbitration. They got to go back and do calculation. Not for all the drivers. Don't get me misquote. Only drivers that were extra board during those peak and give them those payment and clean every issue out. So that should be the answer to those people. Great. I'm explaining to them that now as we go and they're getting an understanding of what is going on. Yeah.
So there you have it. You had it from the horse's mouth. Yeah. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's truth. And that's history.
Yeah.
From your shop steward here, Mr. Sanusi Abdul. Glad to have you here.
Thank you, Mr. Lay. This was a wonderful interview.
Yes.
It was a wonderful interview. I like it, and I straightened everything out. I don't have anything to hide. I'm as transparent as possible.
Exactly.
You understand? I don't want to lie to you for you to give me your vote. I'll never do that. Transparency can give me a vote. Now, I want to tell you this, you understand, Mr. Lay. At any time I feel like I cannot represent the members 100%, I will notify the members that I cannot represent them 100%, you understand?
That's true.
But I do think I still got the energy, the power, the aptitude, and everything to still go toe-to-toe with Transdev. So I'm asking my fellow Huntingtonians to vote me again in, you know, so I can do something better for you, more promising than what we just did now, you understand? I don't want all this small pocket talking. If you have any issue with Sanusi, bring the issue to me, you know. Don't go to people and try to get information where you might be getting the wrong information.
Exactly.
Come to the horse's mouth and you get the right information, okay?
Exactly.
Come to the horse's mouth. Lastly, please do not vote with emotion. Do not vote with emotion. Or he or she say. Do not use that to vote for the right candidate. Vote with your conscience and vote for the most powerful shop steward, the most experienced shop steward that can defend you and your family. Remember, those people who are telling you how to vote, if you lose your job, they're not the one who's going to be paying your mortgage. They're not the one who's going to be paying your medical fee. They will not even be sending you money for your children to eat or feed. Make sure you vote for the right candidate.
So there you have it. You had it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's truth. And that's history.
Yeah.
From your shop steward here, Mr. Sanusi Abdul. Glad to have you here.
Thank you, Mr. Lay. This was a wonderful interview.
Yes.
It was a wonderful interview. I like it, and I straightened everything out. I don't have anything to hide. I'm as transparent as possible.
Exactly.
You understand? I don't want to lie to you for you to give me your vote. I'll never do that. Transparency can give me a vote. Together we'll fight. Together we'll win. My fellow Huntingtonians, this is my closing message to you guys. I do not take anything personal, and I don't want anybody to take anything personal. All I want you to do, go to the polls on December 4th and vote for the right candidate, the strongest candidate that can protect you, protect your family, and give you job security, that can answer the phone 24/7 when you need them. They'll be right there, you understand? Do not go to the poll by he or she said, you understand? Because this is your livelihood. There's no game in this election. If you mistakenly put somebody in position that are not capable, are not strong against Transdev, my fellow Huntingtonians, the outcome might be disastrous. All of us going to face it. Myself, I can protect myself. Other people, few other people here who are more smart, no contract language, can protect themselves. But my fellow Huntingtonians, do not forget, you who do not know the contract, and somebody is telling you how to vote, and you vote for the wrong person, you might be in serious trouble or serious jeopardy. Vote for the right person. Vote for the most qualified, and vote your conscience. Do not vote with emotions. Emotions can be settled later on, down the road. But right now, this is crucial. It's a crucial election. Make sure you vote for the correct person who can be in position and protect you, protect your family, and your livelihood. All right? I'm asking for your vote on December 4th, and I feel like I'm the strongest candidate, and I feel like I can win this election without prejudice, and I'm relying on you guys, that you guys will give me another term to write another history at the Huntington Division. Please vote wisely on December 4th. Together we'll fight, together we'll win.
And that concludes our exclusive interview with Sanusi, a leader committed to delivering a clear message to all operators. Stay tuned for more insights and leadership as we move forward together. Remember, this December 4th, vote for Sanusi.